Oh, hell. No time like the present. Okay, we were talking to Wonder Stuff a little bit earlier this afternoon. They're getting ready to go on stage in just a few minutes, so let's hear what they had to say.
Miles Hunt of the Wonder Stuff told KROQ about the last time the band toured in the U.S.
The last little bit of touring we did was with Susie and the Banshees in America, and on that tour we were like doing a 35-minute set and like limited equipment and stuff because we were the support band, and we found ourselves like playing a lot of the older material, the less sort of complicated stuff. And we came off the end of that tour like feeling like the Ramones or something, and like we'd just been banging through these sets every night really quick. And when we got back to England, we said like when we write the next lot of material for the next album, which is the new album, that we wanted to have that sort of feeling of the early material and keep that feeling of those gigs. I like the idea that we can write something like Size of a Cow, and knowing that like 10-year-old kids are like getting their parents to buy it for them because it's got like a real nice humorous looking video and there's a clown in it and all that type of stuff. People don't listen to lyrics. Well, I'm a person and I listen and love listening to like getting into people's lyrics, and something like Size of a Cow, quite plainly, if you listen to it, isn't about a cow or the dimensions of a cow for that matter. I mean, it's a song about, just letting your problems get out of hand. I like the idea that whole thing that the Beatles said, I think it was Lennon said that they'd got into people's homes playing this, jerky little pop tunes that everyone thought was real sweet and nice and cute. And then once they were in people's homes, they sort of, unleashed a wild animal, and with them, much more experimental stuff, and that idea of getting into people's homes that perhaps wouldn't ordinarily listen to lyrics like our group would write, just by giving them a pop song, and then maybe that 10-year-old kid that bought Size of a Cow a couple of years later might think, oh God, I didn't know it was about that. Well, I would find it really difficult to write from a romantic point of view, I mean, I can only write about things that I see or things that happen to me or go on around me. First or second hand, I couldn't really sit and write about, castles in the sky. And I don't really have a romantic view. I have a very sort of practical view of things, When we go to different countries, it can get slightly comical, I mean, like the last time we played in Texas, there was, I forget which town it was, I've tried to wipe it from my mind, I think there was something like 26 paying people. And this was like on the Neville of Elvis too, this is not long ago. And it's funny really, those sort of gigs stay with you more than the real big, like, I can't really remember stuff about like headlining Reading Festival last year. Yeah, I know we did it, but I can't actually remember anything about what happened while we were playing. But for instance, that gig in Texas when there was like hardly anybody there, and we can have eye contact with our sound man, and like the rest of the band, we're all kind of like looking at each other and you're just laughing, you just think, this is ludicrous, what are we doing? But I mean, you carry on and play. If there's 26 people have turned up and wanted to hear it, then of course you'll play for them.
Oh, that's good. Well, if I went on tour with a rock band, I'd probably try to remember exactly what was going on. But anyway, yeah, that's Miles of the Wonder Stuff, the guys at Crack Up. All right, this is Jed the Fish, and what we're doing here at KROQ FM.
Particular title. So welcome on stage to kick off the 4th annual KROQ Acoustic Christmas, the Wonder Stuff.
And the first surprise of the evening is the Wonder Stuff are sober. and put your money where your mouth is. Come and join us on holiday. I will lose you round the mountain. Didn't like it very much when I met you. Didn't like it very much when I met you. Didn't like it very much when I met you. Didn't like it very much when I met you. And now I like you even less. I don't know what to do for the best. You spend your money so frivolously. Why don't you save it for the children? You spend your money, but it's not on me or a man of lesser income. Didn't like it very much when I met you. Didn't like it very much when I met you. Didn't like it very much when I met you. Didn't like it very much when I met you. And now I like you even less. And I don't know what to do for the best. You're far out. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. So split your money, don't do furiously. Don't do dig down a mountain. But then alone we should be. I will lose you around the mountain. Didn't like it very much when I met you. Didn't like it very much when I met you. Didn't like it very much when I met you. Didn't like it very much when I met you. And now I like you even less. I don't know what to do. For the best, for the best. That's far out. This is one of my most favorite songs in the world, and I care little what everybody else thinks. But you're allowed to agree with us. This is called KROQ and I. This town used to look like a city. These people used to talk to me. These streets used to look big. This town used to look like a city. These people used to talk to me. But now I'm caught in my shadow. Yeah, I'm caught in my shadow. Offer me the bait and I take it. Offer me the cake and I bake it. Usually I try to fake it. These days I'd rather face it. Offer me the bait and I take it. Offer me the cake and I bake it. Generally I try to fake it, but these days I'd rather Well, for those of you lucky people that are familiar with what the wonder stuff I've done before. Oh, there are some idiots in the crowd. But you may have noticed that we're a couple of members short. A little earlier on, our bass player, Mr. Paul Clifford, suffered heart palpitations at the excitement of being live on the air at a KROQ Acoustic Xmas and had to be rushed off by the paramedics. Meanwhile, our drummer took the opportunity to go and fix himself at the bar for the rest of the evening, so that left it with the three responsible members of the group to carry on. So this is also my favorite song ever written. It's called Piece of Sky. 1, 2, 3, 4. How did you get so very high? You got so far you almost touched the sky. And lady luck could have wished you more luck than I. So take a jump and steal your piece of sky. Piece of sky. Yeah, take a jump and steal your piece of sky. Oh, luck was a bird and you shot him down. The blood and the fantasy lay spread on the ground. I won't look at you and ask you why you take a piece to get in your eye. In your eye. Yeah, take a piece to get in your eye. Oh, well, it'll never be the same. We're not to blame. No, it'll never be the same. And we're not to blame. So what's the point in making starts when making starts just tears your heart? Where's the sense in recompense? Recompense don't make no sense at all. Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. Yeah. Now take a jump and steal your piece of sky. So take a piece to get in your eye. Go on, take a jump and steal your piece of sky. Yeah, take a piece to get in your eye. In your eyes. Thanks very much. Now, if you will, watch Martin Bell skip from the mandolin daintily over to his fiddle. I told you they'd be impressed. This is called Cartoon Boyfriend. 1, 2, 3, There's a worm in my head and a fish in the bed, she said. Confused you will be. He's got the car on the lawn and he's using the horn again. Annoyed she will be. Cartoon boyfriend, when you gonna rub yourself out? Cartoon boyfriend, when you gonna rub yourself out? There's a word at the store and she's begging for more, he said. Abused you will be. If you touch your hair on my head, then you'd be better off dead, she said. Nah, joking, you must be. Cartoon boyfriend, when you gonna rub yourself out? when they met, and now there's just pieces of coal. There was a thought in his head the first time that they met, and now there's just a gaping hole. Go, Finley, go! When you gonna rub yourself out? Cartoon boyfriend, when you gonna rub yourself out? Yeah, cartoon boyfriend, when you gonna rub yourself out? Yeah, cartoon boyfriend, when you gonna rub yourself out? Crayola kid, yeah, look what he did with his crayons and stuff, but that's not enough. That's not enough. That's not enough. Crayola kid, it's all yours. Well, we've been doing a few of these acoustic Christmas shows around this interesting country they call America, and you people don't know how much of a treat you're in for. Like, we saw Tony Bennett play twice this week. You are not going to believe what you see. Forget, like, Rage Against the Machine, Tony, you know? I'm glad you agree. And last night, we had the privilege of playing before Porno for Pyros. Now, that is some serious stuff there. That stuff's brilliant. That's my plug, and thanks to KROQ for asking us to do this, and we'll leave you with Don't Let Me Down Gently. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't let me down. If you have to let me down at all, don't let me down. If you have to let me down at all, don't let me down. If you have to let me down at all. I ain't calling you familiar, I don't know your face that well. Not like the shaving mirror hanging up inside your cell. I didn't call you here to tell you, I didn't call you here at all. Cause I'm talking to myself again and you're talking to the wall. Don't let me down. If you have to let me down at all, don't let me down. If you have to let me down at all, don't let me down. If you have to let me down at all. It would be great to die together on the first day of the year. Oh, then we'd be quite legendary. Could you volunteer? I don't think of you, or do you think of me? Is that happen or not at all? Cause if you have to let me down, my friend, then kick me to the floor. Don't let me down. If you have to let me down at all, don't let me down. If you have to let me down at all, don't let me down. If you have to let me down at all. It's not true, the things they said we do. Oh, how could I explain the pleasure and pain? They've been calling us insane. All the nights that KROQ in February. Thank you.
Wonder Stuff. For Wonder Stuff live here at the Universal Amphitheater. This is 106.7 KROQ, KROQ. This is the 1993 KROQ Acoustic Christmas. And gosh, you just heard live Wonder Stuff. Apparently, they've been doing some of these things, so they sounded really good and clean and crisp. And what did you think, Evan Daniel?
Seen him. We've been playing shows with him, and I get to see him on his TV monitor.
That's right. It's not being broadcast, but we just have a little monitor here so we can see what's going on stage. Because, well, you'll know because you're going out there.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Just had to play a little phlegm ball there. Okay, this is 106.7 KROQ, KROQ, and incidentally, that number again.